Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Farming Simulator 25. As you can see here, we're continuing the harvest from last episode, the barley field that we were doing. This is our biggest field by far, so this is quite a big job, but we are getting towards the end of it now. It's taken quite a bit of time, but yeah, we're getting there. And got baling still to do, of course, but it is going quite dark, so what we'll probably do is move time forward so that we're working in more daylight rather than the gloom of 8 PM in the evening on June. So we'll just get the combine loaded, and then we will go and rest, I think, and then we'll make a start on baling. Just yeah, it's going even darker now, so yeah, we're definitely resting. Just waiting for the combine to get emptied. The combine should continue on its own while we rest. It doesn't actually speed up the speed the combine works. I don't think it's just speeding up time. We need to back out of the way of the combine. There we go. Yes, the combine will still continue at the same speed. It's not going to speed that up, but as long as it doesn't start raining, that's the only concern, I suppose. But I think we should be alright. So let's head to the farmhouse, which is here, and we will rest until 8 AM. And with a bit of luck, we'll have some nice weather, and we can continue our harvest. And there will also be some more fields to harvest as well in July. Here we are. So yeah, lovely, nice morning, sunny and dry. Brilliant. So what have we got to do today then, apart from what we've already we know about? All the weeds have already started growing. Okay, wow. Oh, right, we've got quite a lot. So we've got all of these. What are these? These are oats, and oh yeah, the other barley field as well. That one will be for chicken feed though, the barley field. The oats will go into the grain mill that we purchased last episode, along with the rest of this barley. And we've got these two, which are canola fields. So we've got some canola. We'll do that first actually, that needs to go into the oil mill. Then we've got some oats and more barley. Oh, I haven't checked on the paddy fields recently. I hope they're okay. We might need some water. Where's the pump thing? There it is. Right. Let's flood the field. Yes, it does need flooding. I think we've got away with it just about. There are a few little patches, but I think we're okay. And then we'll go and do the same with this one. And get that one flooded as well. There we go. That should keep that crop alive. Okay, so yeah, we need to get this field baled now, or at least start it. So, while we're here, let's just feed the cows again. They look like they've run out of feed again. They're really getting through this. I wish the capacity was a bit bigger in the shed, because they seem to get through it overnight faster than what I can feed them. Oh no, maybe it wasn't as empty as it looked. How many litres are in there? Oh, 33,000. Well, yeah, they didn't run out, and that's fine. And everything else looks good. So yeah, we'll be starting the oil production possibly today if we do the canola next. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, we'll get on now with the baling. Here we are. We'll get the baler turned on, and I will continue with this. Another full load of barley for the grain mill, and also the helper has literally just finished the field as well, so we'll go back and unload the combine for the final time and bring that in here as well, and then we can move on to the canola field, or fields, there's two actually. But yeah, the barley is complete for here. We've got one more barley field, but of course that is going into the storage at the yard for chicken feed. It's not going to be coming here, at least not for now, unless we find we are doing quite well for barley and we don't need it all, but I want to keep as much back as possible for the chickens, just in case we run out. Anyway, yeah, back for the final load of barley from this field, and then we will move across to the canola. So I will continue on a time lapse, I suppose, because it's all fairly repetitive stuff at the moment, doing the harvesting, but it's enjoyable. I'm enjoying it. It's just always conscious on a video it may not always be that exciting, but it is of course part of farming, as many of you have told me before when I've been concerned about this sort of thing. It's not really a problem because that's what you do in farming. You plant the fields, you grow the crops, and you harvest the fields, so that's what we're doing. It's just, yeah, it can be quite repetitive of course to watch sometimes, but it's enjoyable to play, and hopefully it is enjoyable to watch as well. Here we are then, so we're obviously continuing with baling as well. I could probably do with an extension on that baler to make it a bit wider, because obviously we've got the baler that takes in like a windrow or a rake, I suppose. It's raking into the middle to speed up, rather than having to just go up and down each row. But of course, because my working width is not the widest, it's only taking one row anyway. So if we did, I suppose, extend it, it probably would be worthwhile doing. What I'll do is get this unloaded and set it off again on the helper in the canola, and then we'll probably look at doing something with that baler, because I think the size of this field probably would be beneficial to take 2 swaths at a time rather than 1. So when this is finished unloading, we'll get that. We'll look at that at the shop. My only main concern, which I did mention last episode, is that it probably wouldn't fit in my shed, the height, because it does make it quite tall, having the wider extension on the rake. So we may have to put it in a different shed, I'm not sure. We do have another shed, so we might be able to swap something over and put that in instead, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, let's head across to the canola field, the first one, which is field number 1. We'll head across to that one first of all, and just get the helper started on that. There won't be any baling to do in that field though, of course. It's just a chopping crop. You chop it up with the combine rather than baling it, so you won't have any straw to bale. Although you can in real life, and I think there is possibly a mod. There was in FS25 anyway. There was a mod where you could actually swap the canola straw, but at the moment I don't have a mod to do that, and it doesn't let you do it in the base game. But you certainly can actually bale canola straw if you want to in real life. Okay, so here we go. So this is, well, actually what we'll do, we'll get to the end I think, rather than driving back that way again without baling. Let's turn it on again, and we will just bale this row here. You can see what I mean now about even if I went right over here, it won't quite reach the second swath. So if we just had just a couple more meters probably on the extension of the width, it would be wide enough to take 2 at a time, which would speed up the baling quite a lot. So that is the plan. So when I get to the end of this row, I know I keep putting this off, I will do it. When we get to the end, I will look at the extension so that we can hopefully speed this up. Because at the moment it's not really worth even having the rake on there, because I'm only doing 1 row at a time anyway. It just makes it a bit easier to stick to the middle all the time. You can just be a bit more casual about where you drive. But anyway, there we go. We are at the end, so I'll just unload the bale just in case it disappears. I don't think it will, but we'll unload that. And let's go to the shop, or the workshop anyway, and let's see if we can customise this then. So yes, customise, and then working width. So it's 10 meters is that at the moment, 10.3 meters. So we can go up to Wow, 16, 20. Oh, that's just, I'm not buying that. That's just not realistic. But I wonder if 12 would be wide enough. That would be 9,150. The next one up was 20,000. Oh, do I risk 12 metres? Is 12 metres enough? It would be tight. So that's 10. That's weird. 12 metres is lower. That's what I've got now. And that's 12 metres, which is not as tall. That's strange. Let's give that a go, because I really don't want to spend more than I need to on this. I also don't like the super long one. I think it looks a bit silly. So now we've got 12 metres. But that on the picture looked like it was lower, shorter than the 10 metre one, so I'm a bit confused about that. Will this reach? That's cost me £9,000 if it did charge. I can't remember if it charged now, I didn't look at the money, but there's still some peculiar bug with that, I think. But can we reach across to now? Let's have a look. I think we might be able to. Oh, it extends a bit. There you go. Oh, it's going to be... Oh, not quite, isn't it? Or just. Look at that. Oh, I think it did delete the straw that was in the bale, so I'm glad I haven't loaded that bale by doing that. That is so close, but I think it is just about getting it. Wow, that is close. Okay, well I think that's going to work, so we'll just leave that for a second. We'll stick with that for now. The trailer needs to be unloaded again at the grain mill, and then we'll get across to the combine and unload the canola. So I'll get on now with a time lapse on this, and I'll speak to you again later on. Baling complete, and yeah, as you can see, the 12 metre one did just about fit, which is good. It did just about be wide enough to get both swaths in together, and because it is obviously telescopic, it it folds itself right up. It actually is lower than the 10 metre one, so I'm really pleased I did that. I didn't realise that. I'm glad I didn't go for the really wide one. Would have been nice if it had just been maybe a touch wider, but it was alright. It was wide enough to get it done. Didn't really miss anything, so we're good, all good with that. And yeah, there you go. So it's actually lower. It's much lower than the 10 metre. I'm really pleased with that. Really impressed. Didn't even know that, but yeah, I'm glad I did it. So there we go. Oh, and the helper's nearly full again, so we need to go and get the lorry. very good timing there, just getting to the end and we can now unload it properly on the correct side. And I think that will be then this first canola field finished, and then we can move across to the next one, which is only just there. Kind of wish we had a bit more canola this year, but it's not too bad. We've got a big sunflower field over there as well, so we've still got quite a lot for the oil mill, but yeah, another extra field of canola would have probably been good. We'll try and do some more this year. Imagine planting that big one with canola. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that can be canola this time. That would be good. Anyway, yeah, let's get the combine unloaded. Is it going to get all that in? No, it's not. It's going to have to get that down again. When it does finish, we will move across to the next field. Yes, we do have quite a few bales to move as well, and maybe that is something to push towards. Not going to be worth doing with a telehandler. Maybe we should get an auto stacker for that, so that we can quickly clear the field in time to get the canola in. So yeah, that's probably something we should consider. I wonder, as long as the auto stacker can do the larger size bales like that, I think it's worth doing. Anyway, let's get this combine unloaded. It does take a long time to empty, it's a very big tank. You can see how much is still in there, it's still quite full. But we're going to have a reasonable amount of canola this year. It's not too bad. It's when the other fields harvested as well, it will be quite a few thousand litres of canola still to do process, so yeah, not all bad. I wonder if we should take it now, and then we'll have an empty trailer for the next field. Well, we'll just look at auto stackers. There isn't one in the sale, of course. Where are the auto stackers? There we go. So yeah, these are just trailers, of course. The square bale on that one, the usual one. Other is the one that puts it into stacks, but yeah, 240 that one can do. So I think that is okay. I think that is the maximum size that we were doing. So maybe we should buy that. I think we probably should. But first, we'll take this to the oil mill and get that production started. Actually, the combine's about to get to the end, so we'll do that. Oh, so much to do. Yeah, let's just hang on a second there. Combine is finished, so we'll move this across to the next field, then we'll go and take it. Right. So, yeah, it's not a very big field, this next one. Won't take too long to do. Just wondering whether it'll all fit in the trailer or not. Then we wouldn't have a wasted journey. But then it would be annoying if it doesn't all quite fit, and we have to do 2 journeys anyway with the trailer, so I'm not quite sure what to do. Ooh. Maybe we'll just keep the trailer here for now. Hope it all fits in. Let's start the helper up. Yeah, we'll leave it here, I think, for now. Where do I want to be parked? I don't want to be on that side of the road, so I don't want to get in the way of the combine. Sorry, car that I'm blocking, causing a lot of road chaos here, but yeah, we'll leave it in this field here, and then that's out of the way, hopefully, of the combine and of the road. It might all fit in. We'll leave it, I think. Okay, so auto stacker. There we go. So we'll buy the auto stacker, unless we lease it, because we're not going to use it very often. Yeah, we'll lease it then. Yes, let's lease the auto stacker, and we'll go and collect that with the JCB if it's around. There it is. Yep. No, I don't want to drop that. I want to drop the whole thing. Right. Yeah. So let's go to the shop, pick up our leased auto stacker, and we'll get all those bales moved and stacked into a pile somewhere out of the way. Away from the field, so that we can get that drilled. It also needs spreading with lime as well before we get to drilling it. So yeah, I'll get on with that now. So there we go, that is the canola harvest finished and the big barley harvest finished, and all the bales have been moved with the AUTOSTACKER. It didn't take too long at all with that, so yeah, a lot quicker than doing it with the telehandler, but we will use the telehandler to move them from their current position onto a lorry to sell them. Oh dear. I will leave now and just pretend that didn't happen. Right, so yeah, they'll sort it out amongst themselves anyway, it's not a problem. Oh, we're going to kill some more cows here. Yep, let's take this load of canola, and it did all fit, so I'm glad I didn't take the part load, because it just saves a bit of time just taking it in one go, in one trailer load. So this is going to the oil mill, and it will be converted into canola oil to sell in the autumn or the early winter, November I think. So yep, that'll be good. Get that going as soon as possible, as soon as we tip it, and that'll start the production again. And yeah, as far as the AUTOSTACKER, yes, we will definitely be keeping that for July. Luckily all the crops that need to be baled for straw are ready right now, so we can get them all done in July. That's the oats and the other barley field. We'll get all three of those fields baled, and then we'll move them all with the AUTOSTACKER while we have it, and then we can return it, because it's one of those things I don't really use very often at all. If you watch my videos regularly, you'll know I rarely use an AUTOSTACKER, at least in my single player series. Dagowin likes to use them, which is why we have one in the multiplayer at the moment, but yeah, it's not something I really need to use that much, because any small amounts of bales I'm perfectly happy to move them with the telehandler on my own. It's only when you get a really big field like that, or multiple fields like we have at the moment, the big field and lots of small fields, that we need to use an AUTOSTACKER. But that's just to mainly clear the fields quickly so that we can get the fields spread with lime and then drilled with the next crop. And the reason I've stacked them in the canola field is because that field will not be drilled until the spring. So it's just somewhere to store them really out of the way that's not going to get in the way of anything. Okay, so we're tipping the canola, so let's turn the production on. Oil mill and canola oil activate. There we go, so now we're producing more canola oil. And we can take this now to the next field that's ready to harvest, which will be either the barley or the oats. I've gone the wrong way again. We'll go this way, and then we'll have to turn left here and then go around that way. Yeah, I'm not keen on all the one-way systems in the town, really, it's a bit of a pain, but never mind, we can get around it. So we'll go this way. And yeah, well, I think what we'll do actually is, we've been going quite a while today, we'll just get to the field and then we'll leave that until next time. We'll continue the harvest next time, in the next episode, because we've got quite a lot more harvesting to do, and we're certainly not going to get it all done today. So yeah, I'll just get the combine moved up to the field and then we'll leave it there, I think. So here we are with the combine, so we're all ready to go now in the next field, which we'll do the barley first, and then we'll finish off with the oats, and then yeah, that'll probably work out quite well, but we're not doing that today, we're doing that next time. Also, just to point out, the oak trees, wow, look at the size of them now. So I think they're fully grown now at that size. So we'll certainly be able to get some good wood into the sawmill very soon. In fact, I think it might have run out of wood. It's a while since we've done any wood for the sawmill because we've been so busy with everything else. So yeah, we need to look at doing that. But yeah, we'll just leave the combine there for now. Let's just check the sawmill. I think it's run out. Yeah, it has. That's a shame. We'll get on with that. We'll get that done next time, hopefully, if we remember. Anyway, yeah, we're going to leave it there. So, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.